What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod, and I'm a full-time eBay and Poshmark seller. And in today's video, I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna do a live thrift store haul with you guys, just so you can see some of the pieces that I picked up over the past weekend, between Friday and Saturday. So this live show is definitely going to be still very engaging. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, definitely drop that in the comment section in the live stream, and I'll try to answer you guys as soon as possible. And as always, I got my beautiful fiance behind the scenes, just kind of being the moderator, answering some of you guys' questions. So I'm sure she'll pop in periodically throughout the video and give her opinion on some of the pieces I picked up, and then we can just go from there. So like I said, if you guys got any questions, ask it in the feed, and I'll get to them towards the end of the video. And I do these live shows every Sunday on every Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So like I said, we'll just jump right into it. Let's see who we got here. Adam Kanowski. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. So first piece that we got in today's show is a pair of jeans from the brand Madewell. And I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. Yeah, so this is Madewell jeans right here. And I don't usually pick up this brand, but I do follow a lot of other resellers. And I've learned that Madewell is a pretty strong brand to sell. So I picked this one up for about $5. And the comps told me it would sell somewhere between 25 to about $35. So we'll see how it sells. I'll definitely be putting this up on Poshmark and see if it sells faster on there or on eBay. So, like I said, we'll see how fast this one sells. But I do know Madewell pieces do sell fairly well. I sold a Madewell fur coat. It was like a faux fur coat for $100. So that was my only Madewell piece that I ever sold. But we'll see how this one sells. Next is another brand that this is like a first time for me picking this one up. And this one is from the brand Southern Marsh. Let me make sure you guys can see that tag, because this is definitely not a high-end brand by any means, but in my opinion, it's something like a Vineyard Vines kind of brand. So I'm thinking it should sell somewhere between 25 and 30. At least that's what the solds from the previous 90 days on eBay. That's what the previous that's what the comps was telling me. So in my opinion, this was a nice shirt, very nice spring colorway, like an orange and like a purple kind of color. And it's a size extra large. And usually extra large, double XL, those type of sizes always sell a lot better on eBay and on Poshmark. Just bigger sizes usually sell better online. So look out for this brand, Southern Marsh, similar to like Vineyard Vines or like a Ralph Lauren, kind of classic type of brand. So be on the lookout for this one. Any comments in the chat? What's good, y'all? Nickerson, Shabby Chic. Do you shop at Goodwill outlets? No, I do not. So next brand is the Heritage by Lansdowne, and this is like a rugby type style. It has the little Ireland patch on the side, and this is my first time picking up this brand, but it definitely stood out to me because of the Ireland patch. So I checked the comps again, as I always do. I always check the comps before I pick up anything to sell, and I usually try to sell items that have like a strong history of selling really well online. So definitely be on the lookout for anytime you're searching for stuff in the store, don't just pick it up. Like check the comps, do your research before you pick it up, because that way you kind of save money and save time. So this brand, Lansdowne, very strong, very good, very quality, not very quality, very high quality piece. So this should sell somewhere between like 35 to $40, and I'll put this up on eBay first since I did see a lot of comps on there, and we'll see how that goes. Next is this Alaska Timbers soccer jersey, and this is from the MLS. Give you guys a better view of that. Got the MLS patch on the sleeve, and this is, in my opinion, super dope. I'm not too familiar with MLS. I know it's kind of relatively new. I know it's growing, so there is a strong fan base for these kind of pieces. But this one is in really good condition. Just a very minor stain right here on the bottom, but I can get that out with the Tide stain pen, so I'm not really tripping about that. And this is a size large. And like I said before, anytime you see pieces and it's like a larger size, always grab that up, because that one usually does sell better than the small or the extra small pieces. You all good? Okay. And that Alaska's Timber jersey should sell somewhere between like 25, maybe $25 to $35 that should sell for. Brighten me up a little bit. I was looking a little dark. All right, thank you very much. That's why this is a very special, important message that I got dropped for y'all. This is why y'all need somebody to help y'all when you're doing live videos. So, give you a perfect example. My lights was off. It was looking dark. And I call her Dami the Great now. Oh. And she came through, put the light on for me, brighten me up, give y'all better quality video. So give a round of applause to Dami the Great. Let her know that she is appreciated in the chat, because this chat would not be available without her help. So keeping things right along is this Fly Emirates Arsenal soccer jersey. And anytime I see these soccer jerseys, the Fly Emirates, I always pick them up. And this one was in really good condition. It was brand new with the tags, right? But it had like a minor flaw on the back, which some of you might not be able to see. But it was a very minor, small little stain on the back. And usually anytime that type of stuff happens, it probably was just sitting in someone's closet, or just old stock that was just probably in the warehouse that got stained that way. So I still pick these pieces up, especially if it's brand new with the tags. And if I can't get the stains off, I would say it's new with defects on eBay. And if I put it up on Poshmark, I'll put brand new with, I'll say new with tags, but has some stains if I can't get the stains out. But usually I'm always good with getting stains out. So the buyer that gets this, it will probably look brand new, and they wouldn't even know that it had any flaws when I originally picked it up. Next is this vintage Adidas jacket, and this is for kids. And I usually don't pick up kids' clothes, right? I see it all the time, but it's not really my thing, because I don't think it usually sells that well, at least for me. But I like vintage pieces, and I do think if it was a parent that really appreciates vintage Nike, vintage Adidas, they would appreciate something like this for their kids. So I picked it up, and this was only $3.50 in my Goodwill. And this should sell somewhere maybe between 25 and 30, maybe a little more. I didn't even check the comps on this one, because I know this one has a really good following. So be on the lookout for vintage kids pieces, because it always does sell pretty well. Next up is this pair of tearaway pants. These pants are super big, so I probably wouldn't even be able to fit this in the video. Probably try to fit it in there for y'all. These pants are really, really big. But this is a pair of USC Trojans basketball pants, and these pants, not going to say they're super rare, but these are actually player-worn pants. So I'll definitely be able to get somewhere on the higher end, maybe $50 for these pants. And the good thing is that when you say tearaway in the keywords, these pants really do have like a snap on the side, and you can kind of just like rip them off easily like that. So definitely be on the lookout for these kind of pants, because they definitely will sell well. Because somebody that either played for the team or just a super fan of that specific team would love to wear something like this to the gym. So like I said, $50, maybe 60 depending on the market. But I should definitely be able to sell these pretty soon. And moving things right along is this vintage members only jacket. Now this members only jacket, I used to sell a bunch of these on eBay back in the day, but I don't sell as many because, for one, I don't find them as often as I used to, but the market kind of plunged. You used to be able to get like $200 for these jackets, but it's just too many of them on eBay now. So now you can really get maybe 50, sometimes $60 if you wait a while. So this one was in good condition. It had some like typical signs of wear, some scratches and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. But one thing that I did like about this one that stood out to me was the fact that the sleeves had like a little zipper on the side. So it's a little more unique than the typical members only leather jackets. This is called a cafe racer style jacket. So if you have one of these or you see some of these similar, make sure you put cafe racer, use that as your keywords on eBay, and that can attract some more attention. But, this one should sell somewhere between 50 and $60. And this is the perfect time to list these type of light outerwear pieces, because of course it's springtime, so people are looking for stuff like this. And I think I got 2 more clothing pieces, and the rest is going to be all shoes, because I got a lot of shoes over this between Friday and Saturday. I got a lot of shoes, and I haven't been getting as many shoes as I used to get. So This one is a vintage Gap suede jacket. And this jacket was in really, really good condition. As you guys can see, I believe it's for men, but I wouldn't be surprised if a woman wanted this and just wanted to have more like a boyfriend fit, like a baggier fit, because that's what these vintage pieces are all about. And I paid only $5. I still left the tag on there. I haven't even popped the tag on this one yet, but I paid $5 for this one. And since it's from Gap and it's in really good condition, I probably should get maybe 40, maybe $50 for this piece. So we'll see how it sells. I really didn't see any major flaws worth discussing. So you'll see how it sells on this one. And this is a first time brand for me. These pants are from the brand Brax. And these pants actually do sell for a decent amount of money. They sell for anywhere between like $35 to about $45. But really, really good condition. Just a typical pair of khaki pants, like a straight fit pair of khaki pants. But the brand Brax is a strong brand, so it does sell well. So be on the lookout for that brand. Like I said, first time I ever picked it up, and I only picked it up because the logo actually looked a little different from your typical pair of pants. So I just wanted to look into it and see. But overall, really good condition, and springtime is here, so I'm pretty sure it will sell fast. And the last piece that we have here in terms of clothing is a pair of golf pants by Polo Ralph Lauren. And these are, Dom said they were pretty ugly, but in my opinion, I think when people are playing golf, like this is the type of style they want. You know, people playing golf, they want to stand out on the golf course. They want to, I would say they want to look good, but I mean, they just want to stand out. So for those of you that play golf, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. But if you do see pants like this or shirts like this, definitely pick them up, because these pants sell anywhere between $60 to $100, depending on the condition. So I'll probably list mine for about maybe 65, 70, somewhere in between there. But these pants are in really good condition. It even has like some side adjusters on there so that you can adjust the waist if need be. Have any questions in the chat? I picked up a blazer and there's no size in it. What should I do? So anytime I pick up a blazer or anything without a size tag, sometimes I don't pick it up, right? I usually just don't trust it. But if it's a brand that's really strong, like say it's Harris Tweed, and usually those pieces don't have a size tag in it, I would just take like 4 specific measurements. I would do the shoulder, so you can turn it from the back and then do shoulder to shoulder. Top of the shoulder seam, and then top of the shoulder seam to the end of the sleeve cuff, and then do the chest, and chest is usually armpit to armpit, and then the full length, which is the top of the collar to the bottom of the garment. And those with those 4 measurements, that's usually the best measurements to use. And I usually never get any other questions depending on pertaining to the size. Like once I put that, I'm usually good to go. And if it's a blazer, I can usually eyeball it and say, okay, this fits like a 42 or fits like a 44. And I'll say that it fits like a whatever it may fit like, and then I'll give the measurements. And from there, I'm usually good. Akil, which platform do you say you sell the most on, eBay or Poshmark? Because I noticed when you show most of your sales, it is eBay. Thank you, and continue to hustle. Right now, it definitely still is eBay. eBay is my main platform. I sell a lot of my things on there because I get some hard goods every now and then. And of course, you can't sell hard goods on Poshmark yet. So I usually put anything that's like electronics or just non-clothing related, I put that on eBay. And I sell a lot of blazers, and a lot of my blazers sell on eBay because they do sell on Poshmark sometimes, but the market for blazers and more formal clothing is on eBay. So that's really my market. That's where I get some of my bigger sales, and that's all on eBay. But my Poshmark Closet is starting to pick up, and I'm really starting to do a lot more numbers on there in terms of overall sales, and the value of the items that I'm selling is starting to increase. I used to sell a lot of items on Poshmark for like $20 to $30, but now I'm starting to sell some more expensive stuff like 50, 60. I even sold some pieces on there for $100 this week. So I'll put that in an upcoming video, because I always try to give you guys some videos on what's sold on eBay and what's sold on Poshmark, just so you guys can know what's actually selling within a specific period of time. So I'll update that and I'll drop a video this week. But You can do one more question. I just want to go into the shoes. Thoughts about lowball offers on Poshmark. Lowball offers, they're gonna come. It really doesn't matter. It's gonna come on eBay. It's gonna any platform that you want to sell on is gonna come. Even if you're on Craigslist and you're trying to sell locally, people are gonna send you a lowball. For the most part, I ignore them. I decline lowball offers. I used to like go back and forth and do the dance and negotiate, but I'm not good at negotiating. I don't have the time to like get all bothered and stuff like that. So I literally just decline it. And some people, they would send a lowball offer just to see what type of, just to test the waters. Because some people accept lowball offers. They just want to get rid of stuff. So they're going to send the offer. Well, for me, I just decline it. And if they're really interested, they'll send me a stronger offer. And that's usually when I start any negotiations. But the first time around, if I got something up for $100 and they send me an offer for 50, I'm declining. Then I might get an offer for 75. And then I'll start talking. But if it's a lowball, I usually decline. But if I were you, I don't say decline. Start off with negotiations. Don't be like me. You might lose a sale, one or two, but I don't usually care. I get too upset trying to negotiate, so I just decline it to kind of save the stress. So moving into the shoes is a pair of Adidas Pure Boosts. Now these Adidas Pure Boosts, really good condition. I just need to clean up the boost section a little bit. But these were a size 12, and these aren't Adidas shoes, period, aren't selling as much as they used to. But I should still get somewhere between like 35 to about $45 for these after I clean them up. So that's why I picked it up. And I only paid $8 for these. So I definitely will still make a decent amount of profit once it's sold. But I definitely need to clean these up before I sell them. So I'll show you these again, just so you guys can see them. But definitely pick up Adidas Boost sneakers anytime you see them in the thrift, because they usually do still sell. The difference is they just don't sell for as much money as they used to. Moving right along is a pair of shoes that I got from Buffalo Exchange. These are a pair of LeBron 9s, and these are the Charlotte Hornets colorway. And this is a size 7.5, so 7.5 in men's. And these were in really good condition as well. I paid up for these. I paid $25 for these, but I had a ton of money in trade for Buffalo Exchange. So of course it was 25, but the amount of stuff that I maybe had $200 in trade that day. So I just picked these up for 25, and I should probably get somewhere between like, I'm thinking $40 to about $60 for these. They're not as popular as they used to be, but I should definitely still make some good money on these shoes. And these are, like I said, the Charlotte Hornets. You can see the hornet on the back of the shoe right there. So definitely be on the lookout for anything like that, especially if you can get it for a decent price. Next up is a pair of Reebok CrossFit shoes. And these were also in really, really good condition. Practically brand new. They probably was worn one time. Somebody probably wore it and they probably didn't like it. It didn't fit, and they ended up donating it. And I picked these up for $8 once again. And I should get somewhere between $40 to $50 for these shoes. That's what I'm thinking. Because Reebok CrossFit shoes, they don't sell for that much, especially this specific style. But there are some Reebok CrossFit shoes like I think the Nano 4.0s, they'll sell for like $100. Meanwhile, the basic CrossFit shoes sell for like $40 to $50. So that's what I'm going to shoot for with these, especially since they're in such great condition. So be on the lookout for Reebok CrossFit shoes. And as long as it's in good condition, you should be able to make some good money. Still got some more CrossFit shoes, but these are the Nike Metcons, and these are the DSX Flyknit. And these Metcons don't sell for as much money as they used to. I would probably get like $80 for these 3 or 4 years ago, but now I'll probably get $50, maybe $40, and they might sit for a little while. But I only paid $8, so I'm not too concerned about how long it will sit and how long it will take to sell. But when it does sell, I'll be happy. But still a good brand to be on the lookout for. Nike Metcon shoes, especially during this time when people are going to be more active and working out more. So these shoes, hopefully they sell fast. I doubt they'll last 30 days because I priced them pretty competitively. And most people always ask me, how do I like maintain good sales and like keep sales going? And for me, it's mainly about pricing your items competitively. I don't mean pricing them way under market value, but if you see a certain item consistently selling for $60, don't try to set like a record and charge 80 bucks. If it's usually selling for 60, I'll probably might ask for 55 and just get it out the door a little faster. So that's usually a method that works best for me. So moving right along is a pair of Hokas. And these, I used to get Hokas all the time. I used to put these in my thrift haul videos. At least every video I would have one pair of Hokas. And I feel like I was hyping it up too much. I've been talking about it too much. People in my area probably have been watching my videos, and now when Hokas come out, people are grabbing them. So I don't get them as much as I used to. But anytime I see them, I still grab it, especially if it's in good condition. With Hokas, you got to just pay attention to the bottom, because the bottom is like basically the most important part. People want to make sure that it still has traction and it still has some grip. Larry Marsh, $10. Thank you, Larry Marshall. I appreciate it. Hokas are money. Yes, they are. Hokas are definitely money. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the Hokas. Hokas, they still sell well for me, but they're not like how I used to get them and then charge like 80 bucks. The market is starting to flood a little bit. My area, I'm close to where the Hoka factory is, so I'm not like, that's why I get so much of them. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to stop talking about certain brands that sell well, and then, you know, at the end of the day, if I find it, I'm going to sell it. So it is what it is. Next is a pair of Asics, and these are the Asics Gel Rocket 7. And I found out these are the Gel Rocket 7. It didn't say any like specific number on there, but I just typed in the style code on the size tag, and I put that in on eBay, and then it ended up letting me know that it was the Asics Gel Rocket 7. And these sell for like anywhere between like $30 and $40. It's not an expensive shoe at all. Brand new is probably $70 in the store. So I'm not going to get a ton of money, but these are actually half off in Goodwill. So I paid like $4 for these shoes. So turning 4 into 40 is all right with me. And next is a pair of Babolat. I hope I'm saying that right, but I'm pretty sure if I'm saying it wrong, somebody will let me know. But these are a pair of Babolat tennis shoes. And these tennis shoes were in really good condition. Same thing with other running shoes. You want to make sure that the bottom has a good amount of thread on there. And always take pictures of the bottom of the shoe. That way people will let you know that that way you can tell that it hasn't been worn that much. And these were $7.99, and it was half off, so I only paid $4 for these as well. And these wasn't in the best condition. There was some stains that I can't get out. As you guys can see, this brown stain right there. But for the most part, I should still get about 40 bucks for these shoes. And coming up to the last few shoes is a pair of Nike KDs. And these are I believe these are the KD 9s. And these are just really, really big. This is a size 13, so this was huge. But these should still sell for a decent amount of profit. Maybe 60 bucks I should get for these. Only problem is that they don't have insoles. And I do remember somebody asked me, do I sell shoes without insoles or laces? And I'll still pick it up. Sometimes I might have an extra pair of insoles, and I'll just put some extra insoles in there. But for the most part, you're not going to lose that much money if the shoe doesn't have insoles. Now, if the shoe doesn't have laces, I probably would try to buy like a separate pair just to swap it out, because I would hate trying to sell a pair of shoes without laces. But in terms of insoles, not a big deal. You can always just say it doesn't have insoles and sell it like that. But these shoes were in really good condition. And back in the day, these shoes, I probably would have got some good money. But like I said, now it's only $60. And I paid $25 for these from Buffalo Exchange. I still got the tag right here. So 25 bucks, Buffalo Exchange, size 13. So I'll turn the 25 into 60. And like I said before, I had a ton of money in trade from Buffalo Exchange. I had over $200. So it was a good trade for me. And the last shoe that I got, and these shoes ironically don't have laces, but I still picked them up because they were super clean. This is a pair of Asics. These are the Gel Light 3s, and these didn't have laces, so I only paid, I think, $6 for these shoes. But I would just get a pair of, I'll just swap them out. I'll just get some laces from an old pair of shoes that I have. Probably just find some black laces. And after doing the research, the laces that came with these shoes was actually this color. But, I mean, where am I going to find laces this color? So I'm just going to put a pair of black laces in it, call it a day. say original laces are not included, and whoever wants these will probably still buy it. And I'll probably get maybe 35, 45 bucks for these. But overall, really good condition, even though it doesn't have laces. Any questions in the chat? I'm curious as to your strategy on how you use buy it now or auction on eBay. Which is the strongest plan? For me, I don't do auctions unless I'm not sure how to price an item. So if I'm not sure, like if I've checked the comps and I've seen some items sell for like 60 bucks and I've seen that same piece sell for 120, for me, that's like that variance is too big. So I'd start my auction at 60. And if I make anything more than 60, I'm happy. But if I make 60, I'm still happy because that's what I'm seeing it sell for anyway. But I usually just put it as buy it now. I base my price on the average of what it's usually selling for on eBay, and that's how I go about it. The funny thing is, at the end of the month, I usually run out of auctions. I usually run out of my fixed listings, and I have like 200 auction listings still. But because I list on Poshmark, I'm not really tripping about auctions. And the other thing with auctions, which you need to pay attention to, is that a lot of people would bid like 3 days in advance. And then that's how so many people end up with items being sold but not paid for, because once the auction's ended, that person has buyer remorse and they don't want the item anymore, and they'll just say, forget about it. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about auctions. What type of items do you bring to Buffalo Exchange instead of selling on eBay or on Poshmark? So it took me a while to figure out what type of items they like, but I only bring items to Buffalo Exchange on Crossroads when it's like it's stale inventory. So I don't just bring, like, I'm not going to go to Buffalo Exchange and I know I can make $80 on eBay and then bring it to Crossroads. That wouldn't make sense. But I'll bring, like, if it's an H&M shirt when it's denim and it's like a slim fit denim shirt, I know Buffalo Exchange is going to take that. And if I paid $6 for it, they might give me $10 for it. So I'm basically like making a little bit of profit, but for the most part, I'm usually just breaking even on whatever I paid for. And I'm just bringing them a bunch of stale pieces that I've had listed for over 30 days. Sometimes if it's 60 days, I'm definitely taking it to Crossroads Buffalo Exchange. And I'm just trying to level up. I'm trying to trade in 4 or 5 like lower end pieces for one piece that might sell for like $100. That's usually my game plan. But as of now, I got a lot of money on trades, so I'm just trying to like get pieces that can still sell, bring in some cash flow, but at the same time, you know, just kind of freshen up my inventory and freshen up my store. Do you pick all Harris Tweed or just certain labels? Yeah, anything Harris Tweed for the most part, I pick it up. Harris Tweed is not a brand, it's just a fabric. So you might find Harris Tweed and it might be Stafford, or it might be J. Crew, or it might be any brand for that matter. It could be anything but they just use Harris Tweed fabric. So as long as it has Harris Tweed, I'll put that as the keyword in eBay, and I'll still try to sell it that way. And I do have one other piece here, one other hard good item. These are a pair of Bose speakers, and anything with Bose on it, I usually sell. Anything with Bose. And I paid $15 for these. These were $19.99, but I had a 25% off coupon. And I tested them in the store. I just plugged my phone up and made sure they work. But these speakers, for those of you that are interested, these are the Companion 2 Series 3. And these speakers are very good. Anything Bose is usually really good audio, really good sound, and it always sells pretty good. I picked it up for $15, and it should sell for about $60. And I'll probably put this in a regional A box, and the shipping for that will probably cost about $10. So I'll probably throw some bubble wrap on it, put it in a regional A box, and ship it out and call it a day. And that usually works best for me anytime I'm shipping electronics or stuff like this. So if I sell it for $60, charge $10 for shipping, I should be making some good profit on these Bose speakers. Just another shot, just in case you guys missed it. These are the Bose speakers, Companion 2 Series 3. So if you guys got any comments, any questions, drop that in the live stream. We'll probably keep this live chat going as long as I have some decent questions, and you can go from there. And don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Hit the like button. I need some some likes so that YouTube can promote my video and more people can see it. What's the average time your items sell? How many months is too long? I usually sell, my goal is always to sell items within 30 days or less. If it's anything past 30 days, then I'm usually taking it into like Buffalo Exchange or something like that. But majority of my stuff usually does sell within 30 days. And anything outside of that 30-day window, if it's past that 30 days, I might lower the price just a little bit. And you know, everything has a caveat to it. So say if it's a seasonal item that I know would still sell next year, I'm not gonna like plummet the price or try to get rid of it and take it to Crossroads. I might just take it down and just hold on to it until the next season comes along, and then I might get my full asking price. So stuff like that is things to consider, especially when you're dealing with clothes, because of course you got to think about trends, you got to think about seasons. So definitely keep that in mind too. Do you leave feedback for your buyers on eBay? Why or why not? I mean, I don't for the most part. If somebody messages me and says, "Hey, I just left you feedback. Can you do the same?" Like if they're in the back of my mind, I might go ahead and leave feedback. But for the most part, I don't leave feedback, and there's no real reason. But I just try to. I don't really think about it anymore. I just once I get feedback and I'm happy and the person is happy, I just move on and just go like that. And do you send offers to watches on eBay? No, I haven't even done that yet. That's still a new feature, and I haven't used it yet. But I'm gonna try it now that you brought it up. I'm gonna try using that feature because I do think it's just like Poshmark where you can send an offer to likers, and that does work. So I'm gonna try doing that on eBay. But it's such a new feature. I didn't even get around to using it yet. But I'll give it a chance and see how it works. Yeah, 32 minutes. Don't forget to keep hitting that like button. If y'all got any questions, don't forget to ask. I think I'll probably end this in the next couple of minutes because I'm not getting any questions and I don't have anything else to share, so I'm not going to waste any of y'all time. So if you got any questions, shoot any last minute questions really quick, and I'll probably end this live stream very, very soon. What's your monthly through sales on Poshmark percentage wise? What's your monthly? Oh, sell through. I don't really know. Like I have 160 items on Poshmark on average, and I sell like 4 items a day. Because I share my closet at least 3 times a day. I'm constantly sharing my closet. So I don't know. That's just a good, I guess, figure for you guys to kind of figure out. Best advice on photographing shoes to sell. That's a good question. I'll probably do a video on that to make it a little better. But my thing for Poshmark is if you have 8 photos to take, I use all 8 photos and I just try to take every different angle. And for me, lighting is super important. So I always use my softbox, which is right behind me, which is right in front of me. And I always use the softbox so the shoes can get a decent amount of lighting. And I take a photo of the bottom, the size tag, the inside of the shoes. Like I try to take every angle that a buyer would be interested in, and I just go from there. But I probably will do a video on that because that's a really good question. So I'll do that. And have you seen Daily Refinement? Yeah, I watch some of his stuff, but his videos are a little too long for me. So and my attention span is not to say my attention span is short, but I know I'm super busy, so I don't usually listen. I don't have time to watch all his videos, but he's good. I like his stuff. He does make a lot of sense. When does your course start? I'm literally like still trying to put on the fine tune everything to it because I don't want to drop it and it not be up to par. Like I'm one of those people where I like to take my time with anything that I'm trying to present. So I definitely want to make sure that it's really, really good and it's worth it because it's not going to be free by any means. So I'm trying to make sure that whoever purchases it and wants to work with me, they get in all the value and they're not feeling like they were swindled, because I've been checking reviews and doing research. And when it comes to these online courses, people are basically stealing people's money. They're giving you like $5 worth of value and they're charging like $500. So I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to over deliver with this. So it's going to drop soon. I don't got a necessary timeline on it, but as soon as it does drop, I'm going to be promoting it like crazy. And everybody that messaged me or sent me an email, I have your guys' information on file. So I'm just going to reach out to you again and let you know that it's up and it's ready. and we'll go from there. Akil, I'm only part-time seller, grad student, making $300 to $500 a month. Should I invest in a thermal printer? I mean, probably yes. I would say yes for two reasons. Because if you're only making $300 to $500, a lot of that money you're probably spending on ink, and ink is very, very expensive unless you have like one of those unless you're using a printer that uses toner, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on ink. I'll say keep that printer and keep doing what you're doing. But for me, since I'm shipping out so many items, a thermal printer is probably, it saves me so much time, and it saves me a lot of money on ink. Of course, you still have to buy rolls, but I'd rather buy like 600 rolls as opposed to buying ink and only being able to use that ink for like 50 sheets. So I would probably invest in a thermal printer if I was you. And I think we all good with the questions. Do you have to share each item individually on Poshmark? Yes, you have to do that. You have to share each item and share it to every party. Even if it doesn't pertain to your party, still share it to your followers, and it will still, you know, pop up in the search if people are searching for the brands that you have. So thank you to everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button before you go. And if you got any comments, any questions, drop it in the comment section. I'll probably make a video of that because I'm used to doing that. I only make content that people want and people ask for. So if you got a suggestion for a video, drop it in the comment section. I'll get back to you guys with that. I might make a video. And thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.